What is up, everyone? Happy Friday. Andy and Steve from WagerTalk.com going over the road to millions as we get ready for the weekend. We were off yesterday we didn't have any plays, but we're back today. So if you've not seen the original Road to Millions video, it is on Monday, June 26th on the Wager Talk YouTube channel. We've got the Bankroll Builder spreadsheet if you don't have that. And today we're going to be looking to the weekend. We got some upcoming plays. We got quite a few betting notes to help you guys out with some of the things that we see. And of course, we're going to do the streak of the day. Quick change to one of the promo codes. The 3-day pass is now Pass3. Get your 3 days for $39. So we got a few promo codes here. Pass3, 3 days for $39. Andy 30 days for $159. That's for all of the monthly members. We do this at the end of each month, so you guys can get on schedule with us last week of the month. And the 1 year special is still up. Andy 365, get you 50% off 1 year pass. By far the best deal. I know it's a little chunk of money, but lock in a year's worth of plays, and it's a big savings over the course of the year. Tonight we got MLB play of the day. That is up. Our UFC play is still up, and our auto racing pack is up. We got a really nice weekend ahead of us. Not a ton of plays, but some really good looking ones. So really excited for that. All right, Steve, streak of the day. We did Pete Alonso yesterday. We talked about the home run versus the hits, runs, and RBIs. How'd that one go?
So he didn't get the home run, but he did end up getting there with the over on the hits plus runs plus RBIs. It was actually in his final at bat in the eighth inning where he hit it. Well, he hit a single and then was driven in. He scored the game winning run, so he got there with two exactly to get over that total. We talked about how maybe the option of playing the home run at a smaller unit size would have been an option, and we talked about potentially playing the HRR and then just sprinkling the home run to up your profits on it. So those that played the HRR cashed. Unfortunately, he didn't go yard. Josiah Gray looked pretty good yesterday. He's much improved from last season, that's for sure.
Yeah, so we're going to do our streak of the day for today here just a little bit later. So let's look to the weekend. So we've got a UFC card that I believe is pretty bettable. I think there's a couple fights that may trip some people up, but we've got our UFC play locked in. I'm debating whether or not to add another one. I think there's a couple really good spots. I did a free play on Prop It Up about doing the Steven Thompson fight to go the distance and parlaying that with the main event. Poirier and Gaethje to start round 2, gets you like minus 110. I just think those fights are screaming overs. We're looking at lacrosse. Don't know if we're gonna get there on any lacrosse plays. They have made some massive adjustments in the player prop lines. One guy was plus 160 2 weeks ago. Now he's minus 175. So on the same prop. Yeah. So they realized they did not have that one priced out. Formula One is qualifying as we're recording this. It's rain. So we have a couple plays locked in. I feel fine about those. So we'll just see how it goes. And then golf, we've got I love the way the golf plays worked out over the first day. We got a 1% daily play today. I hope everyone locked in. That one is off to a good start as well. Steve, baseball, light slate for us, but what are we looking at in MLB for over the weekend?
We have a series that we're definitely going to be riding for the weekend, and maybe potentially another one that we were looking at for maybe the second half of the weekend. We'll start, these player props. We're looking at some of the player props that we were riding earlier in the year, and like we talked about a little bit yesterday, a lot of these guys have went up to 2.5. We were playing the hits plus runs plus RBIs category a lot, and a little bit of pitching outs at the beginning of the year as well, but the hits plus runs plus RBIs category, it's always a mouthful, was always was the category that we were riding and having a lot of success with. But a lot of the guys that we were playing have went up to 2.5, or there's a ton of juice attached to them going over, or even on some of these unders that I find there's some juice attached to them as well. We'll keep looking, but for now we have a solid series locked up that we should get some nice profits over the weekend.
Yeah, and we like to play the player props and streaks. Like if we find a guy, like we were riding Marcus Simeon, for a while, and we don't want to play him just once. You want to play him like 10 times, but with how much juice they have on these guys, you got to win 7 out of 10 just to come out ahead. So they've really juiced us out of these props, right?
Yeah, 100%. There was a point where we were riding Corbin Carroll and we think we went 6-1 with him. And at that time, his overs 1.5 were -115. We would get a +100 sometimes as almost like a gift, and we were just riding it. And we jumped off the train right on time, right before he had gotten an injury. So yeah, we'll keep looking at him. But like ever since the All-Star break, it really seems like that category, the juices went up, the numbers have went up, and it's almost become unbettable on some of these guys.
Yeah. All right, let's do some betting notes. So these are some things that we think you should kind of keep in mind and look at. So I'll go first here, Steve. The Rays, White Sox, Royals, and the Marlins, they have one thing in common. They're all 2-8 in their last 10 games. So not doing well out of the All-Star break are the Rays, the White Sox, the Royals, and the Marlins. And there was a player prop. When you're looking at the Angels, everyone's looking at Ohtani, right? Like, but Mickey Maniac, I wanted to bring him up. This guy absolutely crushes lefties. And I'm pulling up his stats right here. And so I'm sorry, he crushes righties. He crushes right pitcher. So 160 plate appearances, 11 home runs, and he's batting .364, 29 singles, 15 doubles, a triple, and 11 home runs. Against lefties, only 31 plate appearances, but he's batting .172. So it's like Mickey Maniac might maybe look when we get the right matchup when he's going up against righty. He's going up against Gossman. He's only faced him 3 times in his career, but everyone's looking at Ohtani. And one thing that Ohtani does is it kind of opens up some of the places for some other Angel hitters. I don't know if that's what's going on here, but that one jumped off the page when I was looking at it. So what are some of the betting notes that you've noticed?
Yeah, I believe Maniac is on, I think, a 17-game hit streak as well. I didn't check if I knew he was on one going into yesterday. I didn't check if he got one yesterday or not. But I'm looking at
16
yeah,
games.
Amazing. Yeah, it's been a great.
Yeah, it's a really, really good one.
Yeah, I'm looking at Aaron Judge coming back to the Yankees this weekend. He's been out for about 2 months with the sprained toe ligament, and they've been 19-23 without him. They've really suffered without him. They're only scoring 3.9 runs per game without Judge in the lineup. So I'm looking at him returning and how that affects the Yankees. I mean, they're in the basement in the AL East, but that still would be first place in the AL Central. Amazingly, they're also right in the thick of things in the wild card, along with every other team in the American League East. So I'm looking at that, and I'm looking also at the trade deadline. It's Tuesday. There's going to be some moves that are going to be made that's going to affect tons of teams. They're talking about there being tons of moves, potentially big names like not just Ohtani being talked about, but Arenado from the Cardinals. They're talking about potentially moving him. The Dodgers are involved in potentially getting him, which
of course they are.
It seems every year it seems like they're signing one of the top free agent. You know, they add him to Freeman and Betts and Muncy and Martinez. It's a murderer's row already. And then they add Ohtani. It would be amazing. I don't know if the Cardinals will do it, because the reason they could move him is because they do have Nolan Gorman that could slot right in at third base for him. But they have a strong core, and if they keep it together, and they need starting pitching is what they need, and that'll be available after this season. So they might look to keep Arenado and move on and keep him for next season. But there should be a lot of activity in the MLB, and we'll have to monitor how that affects things. A lot of these players, like the Yankees, we should watch to see, are they going to get hot with Judge returning when the trades do happen. What's going to happen with those teams who would affect negatively and positively? We'll keep an eye out for that.
Ohtani, unbelievable. I mean, what a doubleheader yesterday. We have to at least bring it up. I don't know if there's much we can do betting wise. I mean, breaking news: Ohtani's really good.
Yeah, right. Yeah, yesterday was awesome. The doubleheader. He has the complete game, 1-hit shutout in game 1, 2 home runs in game 2, and I saw a segment on doubleheader performances of the past that were comparable. One that was really interesting was Ted Williams. Back when he hit 400, he comes into the last day of the season facing a doubleheader. He's just below 400. So in game 1, he actually gets the job done and gets himself above 400, where he could have taken the second game off, plays it anyway, and ends up hitting for the cycle in the second game. Finishes the season with last player to do it, 406 on the season. Another interesting one I love was an old time player that I love, Ricky Henderson, hit home runs in back-to-back doubleheader games as well on the same day to lead off the game. To lead off both games. To let off both games with home runs. So those are some amazing ones. There was some interesting information yesterday.
Oh, amazing stuff. Yeah. So I don't know what you can do with the player props. I mean, those are juiced beyond belief, but I'm certainly not taking unders on Ohtani props. You just can't. So
yeah, and then we questioned if he would, he had been in some rough shape in the 3 starts prior to yesterday. And we questioned, remember we were talking about, do we maybe play the Angels in game 1 and try to sneak out of the day with a unit or 2, but man, it would have been a great spot in the end because he did pitch that complete game, 1 hit shutout. He's an amazing talent, obviously.
Yeah. So we're going to get to the streak of the day. This weekend, we're looking to bring in some more units, try and close out a couple of tennis parlays. We've got a couple other parlays with CFL and golf. And so we'll see how this weekend goes. Monday, we'll see where our profits are. We'll have a couple days left in our week. Hopefully we're up big and we can just cruise to a really nice winning week. So far, looking good. We're already profitable since Wednesday. So don't forget to use the promo code PASS3. Get 3 days for $39. Monthly subscribers, promo code Andy30. Still good. And if you want a year pass, use the promo code Andy365. Get you a year. We got our MLB play of the day, UFC plays up, and auto racing. All right, Steve, let's get to the streak of the day. Looking to Sonny Gray, under 2.5 runs allowed. What'd you see with this one?
So Sonny Gray has really just dominated the Kansas City Royals. They bat 187 against it with 1 home run. Current Royals, 187, 1 home run, and just under 100 plate appearances against him. He faced them twice and pitched 11 total innings, only allowing 1 earned run, and those were in 2 victories, both it was 2-0, 8-4 victories. But the issue here is those were in April, so over the past 6 games, he's allowed over this total in 4 of the last 6 starts. So it's like the perfect opponent, but he's not in the best form. He's allowed, 3+ runs in 2 of 4 games since the break. So we'll lay off of this one. Not much juice on it though. If you like the under, if you're fading the Royals tonight, it's a great spot. -110 on his under tonight.
It just missed our card because it was so long ago that he faced the Royals, but pretty anemic offense. All right, that is the streak of the day, and that is going to do it for us on the road to millions. We will be back Sunday, recap what's been going on for tonight and Saturday. Hopefully, we'll be able to talk about a bunch of winners that we had. But for now, let's cash the MLB tonight. Let's get these golf and baseball plays and UFC plays going. Good luck. Let's have a great weekend, and we will see everyone Sunday.
Good luck.